Welcome back, guys, to another Palworld video. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 early game base locations. Now just know that this list is in no particular order, and all of these bases have great access to early game resources as well as their own aesthetic charms and bonuses. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So for our first location, we're going to be at 154, negative 391, just over the bridge from the Chillet boss. This location is always where I end up building my first base at whenever I start a new world. It's got great access to ore, tons of space to build anything you want. I can even fit all the way up to endgame here. Good verticality. As you can see, we've got this nice hill that's nice and flat at the top. You've got a good spot on the rocks on the cliff edge. This base is also safe from raids, as well as you're close by a dungeon, the Rain Syndicate Tower, and the small settlement. For our next location, we're going to be looking in the Golden Hills at 6, negative 525. This base is just as good as the last, if not better. You're still close to the small settlement, and you still have tons of access to ore. The only thing I have to say is I wouldn't build here if you don't like the color yellow. This base has a lot to offer in terms of flat ground and resources. You're also super close to the #1 PAL Sanctuary and the volcano. You have 2 platforms here that are super good for building anything you need. Personally, I use this as a breeding base since the breeding facility is large and requires perfectly flat ground. Not much more about this base location needs to be said. It's massive and can last you all the way to the end game. For our next location, we're looking at negative 235, negative 364, right next to the Bamboo Grove's Watchtower. You've got 2 perfectly flat plots here. You can build on one or the other, or if you use 2 PAL boxes, you can conjoin them together to have one big base. This base is super nice aesthetically with the bamboo trees and the little bodies of water nearby. Both plots also have access to their own resources. This one gives you iron, the other one has access to coal and stone. You also have tons of flat ground to use here to build whatever you want. I would say that this base can definitely last you to the end game and has room for everything that you need. One thing I will say though is be careful because vanworms and Relaxosaurus like to spawn in this area and they can be pretty dangerous if you're not prepared. For our fourth location, we're going to be at 387, negative 462 in the Sunlit Isle. This is your own little private island, and I have to say, this is probably one of the nicest looking base locations ever. The only thing is that it may be a little hard to optimize. This island is absolutely beautiful. Just look at that pond with the waterfalls and the lily pads. You've also got this giant seashell that looks really cool. That big tree at the top of the waterfalls just puts it all together. The only thing I have to say though is to fully get access to this island, you do need a PAL box for your top platform and your bottom platform. So it will require you to use 2. But you do get access to oil. You're close to the mainland, and you know, if you got big dreams, man, this is the spot for you. For our final base location, we're looking at negative 161, negative 179. This location is right next to the Anubis Dunes and offers 2 massively flat plots of land right next to the river. Now, this base may not be the most aesthetically pleasing, but it is massive. I would recommend this location to those of you who like to build those huge compounds that allow for maximum efficiency. The 2 areas for this location are a bit of a ways from each other, so you will need 2 PAL boxes in order to splice them together. But even if you don't feel like putting 2 PAL boxes together, just one of these flat plots of land is enough to fit every facility, farm, or building you could ever want to make into your base. In terms of resources, you have tons of ore, stone, wood. You're right next to the Anubis Dunes, which has oil and coal to offer you. And you're right next to the river that has tons of great fishing spots. there you have it, guys. That's going to be my top 5 early game base spots in Palworld. If you guys have got any cool little spots that you really like that I didn't include in this video, leave them down in the comments. Also comment down below what kind of video you guys think I should do next. If one of the bases I featured in this video became one of your new favorites, you got some use out of it, or even if you just liked the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. We are almost at 200 subs. Our goal is 500. All of the support, it just makes me more motivated to make videos like this for you guys, helping you out, learning how to play some of my favorite games. And yeah, I just appreciate it. Thank you guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.